yeah, I just start to feel just antsy. Like, okay, you did that. You did that. Okay, what's next? What's next? Okay, now we gotta go. We gotta go and achieve the next thing, the next opportunity. And what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Kyrie Rashid Show. So glad that you decided to come back for more. So, what's up? What's up is that last week we talked about goals, right? Whether there was some ridiculous goals, or some achievable goals, or some goals I didn't achieve yet or have not achieved yet, or goal changing. We talk about everything goals. Okay, so it's only fitting that this week I'm carrying on with that theme. Because I just been having this feeling. I got this feeling inside my mouth. Um, you know, it's a feeling that I've had pretty much my whole life, but sometimes it comes on stronger at times, and it's like the Lord has something bigger and better in store for you. Okay, that's really what it is. And if I knew the verse, I would say it, but it's like the verse where it says God is able to do exceedingly and abundant things, like more than you can ever imagine or think of. I don't know the verse. If anybody else knows it, let me know. But yeah, that's what we finna get into today. So there was a time in my life where I like to describe myself as like a nomad, because I just bounced around. I just bounced around um, for various reasons. Majority of the time it was for survival at first, and a means of like having a better opportunity for myself than the certain situation or environment I was in. So it first started like obviously going away from home. I mean, I lived at home with my mom and my siblings, and then I think I lived with my dad for a very short stint in my life. Short stint. I couldn't even tell you how long I was living with him. And I lived with Melissa, my godmom, for a period of time. I lived with Nina and her family for a period of time. Any other friends I miss? I lived with, you know, when you go on AU trips, I wouldn't say lived, but like they live in the burbs, you live in the city. Okay. In order for you to get to the practices that are out there in the burbs with white people, you need to go out there. So like I wouldn't say I lived in West Lynn, Oregon, but I was at my friend's house who lived in West Lynn, my friend slash teammate's house a lot. Because I had switched teams, and it was just easier for me to sit out there, and they was like, no, yeah, we could, and they was used to doing that and having everybody's friends over and stuff. So I stayed with them for a period of time. I'm trying to think. Mm, then I think that's it for like high school, the different places I was living in and out of. Then I went to college in Arizona, 5 years. Then I went to Ireland. Then I went to Colorado. Then I stayed with, or was that the first year or second year? That might have been the first year. Then I stayed with an old friend of mine for like some months, which is really a story for another time. Appreciated that time there. And then I went to Ireland again. I already said Ireland. Yeah, I went to Ireland again. And then I went back to Portland. And then I went to Mexico. And then I think I might have went back to Portland. And then I ended up in Colorado, and I've been in Colorado ever since. Now, I don't know how much more bouncing around I'm finna do unless the Lord blesses me with another overseas opportunity to really like go and live somewhere. But everywhere else is like I would visit. I don't think I'm a move like I'm like West. I'm like Washington, Cali, Oregon. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna live in Oregon. Washington, Cali, Colorado, obviously. I don't think I could live in Arizona. I think I could live in Texas. And that's about the extent that I could really go over. Like, I don't think I'm a Utah person either. And then it's like, maybe I need to go fuck with the East Coast a little bit. Cause like when I visited Virginia when I was in high school, I was like, oh, I could do that. But I just really don't see myself moving all the way across the country. And really, like, really nobody knows me starting over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about that. I don't know. But the point of saying and listing of all those places is like, there was always or is always like an opportunity that is being met when I move or decide to live in those various places. It's like there's always a plan in my head before I start to go and do stuff. Like I usually don't just go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and live here. Oh, I'm gonna go live here. And people are like, well, why are you going to live there? No, usually you know why. Like, oh, I got a job out here. Oh, I'm going to play basketball overseas. Oh, it's going to be closer for me to go to school in the morning and better for me because they can help me get to practices. Like, it always had a correlation to help with the opportunity placed in front of me. So now I'm not, I've been in Colorado for 2 years now. I wouldn't say I fully settled. Now we'll see how it is when I get back to the end of this year and like being in my own apartment for a year. We'll see how that happens. And even in college, bro, I moved every single year of college into a new apartment. What a time. I'm in Colorado. I haven't fully settled. And I just start to get like this antsy feeling like, I need to be doing more. And we've talked about this before where it's like sometimes a lot of times I don't feel fully settled or fully comfortable, or like I get to this point, for instance, I have my own apartment now and that's beautiful. It feels settled. I feel relaxed when I come here. I feel blessed every day, thankful every day that the Lord has done this for me. I have a car, like all these things have put me, like I've leveled up. I've done things and achieved things that I didn't know if and when I was ever going to do it. But I always have this antsy feeling like, bitch, you need to be doing more. Or, okay, now it's time for the next thing. And is it the next goal? Is it the next opportunity? So that's what I'm trying to talk about. And now that I'm realizing I'm talking, I don't think I said so. What happened was, so I'm gonna just say it now, because I already was into that anyway. My fault. But yeah, I just start to feel just antsy. Like, okay, you did that. Okay, what's next? Okay, now we gotta go and achieve the next thing, the next opportunity. And I think it goes all the way back to childhood where I wouldn't say, I didn't have my own relationship with God and I wasn't locked in on the Lord. As a kid, I believed in him and, I just believed in him. I was like, oh, he's real. But I wasn't like, I'm like, oh, he's real, but I'm still out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here. There wasn't no intentionality behind it, behind the belief, I guess. And I did always feel like, God has something better for me. This can't be it. He did not put me on this earth to live this type of life. And that is going, like I'm saying, childhood, when we was going through hardships or we was homeless or whatever we was going through, abuse, whatever, not having lights on, everything in the book. Okay. I'm just like, this can't be the life that Big Dog got for me. I know he got something for me more. Like, I know he has more. And then I think also what played into that is when I would go to school and I still am multifaceted. I played the drums. I was on the dance team. I broke a record for like the best math test score in like middle school or something. Great writer. All these, but I started to play sports late in middle school. So it's like people would kind of feed into that for me. Like, ooh, girl, you smart. Or, ooh, like, you really be doing all this stuff. And like, I was an activist, and at some point I thought maybe I'll get into politics, and then I was like, oh no, I can't do that. Too structured for me. Too much weird stuff going on. So that also fed into my brain of uh like, I guess my peers and my teachers and mentors, like, kind of feeding into me like, but you might got something going on. You got something greater for you. I don't know what it is, but you got a little something on you. Now, obviously, they didn't call me a bitch, but that's basically what was being said. So I just always felt that. But then the question was like, okay, but when, when is it gonna happen? When is my life gonna change? When am I gonna level up? When am I not gonna struggle anymore? When will I feel free of the shackles? Um, when will I be able to help people that have helped me? I still think about that to this day. When will I have financial freedom to do whatever I want? When will I be a public speaker? That's something that's like on me now. When will, you know what I'm saying? Like, when do those things start to happen for me? And as I've gone through life, obviously the things start to happen for me. So like, when am I not going to live this traumatic lifestyle anymore? Is when I went to college. Now, there was a different traumatic situation going on there, but I went to Arizona and never looked back. I went to Arizona and never looked back from that. I'm telling y'all. I didn't go back home until, I don't know, I want to say like junior, probably maybe COVID year. I didn't go back until that time because I just never wanted to go back. Like, I was locked in. I said, once I get up out of here, nobody's gonna see me. I am done with this life. So yeah, it's just like, when. And I think now I'm in the stage where it's like, okay, I yearned for an apartment and my own car for like these years after, you know, um, like after high school and being in college, and like the life after, post grad. And then I got those things. And it's like, I don't want to sound ungrateful or I'm not appreciative, but there is a moment and there is a time of feeling settled for sure. And like, okay, I kind of got this ship under control. Okay. And then immediately after that, I'm like, oh, bitch, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep it moving because you don't know what's going to happen. You are not safe. I think if I could articulate, is that correct? Anyways, if I could say it like that, it would be like, bitch, you don't ever feel safe. You don't feel comfortable. And that's trauma, man. Trauma. Damn. Yeah, I just don't feel safe. So it's like there's a moment of being settled and be like, wow, you really got your own apartment. Wow, you really got your own car. Okay, but you got some money to make sure if something happened to that car. I remember when I first got the car, I had to get new tires. And there was a hole in the tire. I'm like, oh, okay, I got this apartment. The thing was flooded when when I first got up in here. And the fridge was making this long, like huge, extreme noise every time for like a month before I got it like fully fixed and I locked in. But stuff like that. It's like, okay, you got it. Or can you afford it? Are you gonna be able to afford it? Do you got money? Like, I remember when I think put my application in and was like, okay, well, if God want me to have an apartment, then I'm gonna get accepted. So it just really is what it is. And if I'm not supposed to be in an apartment right now, I won't get accepted. I got accepted. And I said, oh shit, now you gotta start looking for other jobs. I start putting in crazy amount of applications, like from random jobs like FedEx, like Burlington Coat Factory. And I'm like, mind you, I'm not too good for that. I'm not too good for that. But obviously it just don't have no purpose behind it. We talked about this before. Like, I don't like jobs that don't got no purpose behind it. And maybe there is a purpose in a certain job that I just don't know yet. But I'm just like, I get frantic. I get really frantic. And like, okay, you feel settled, you finna do this, but you better figure it out. Because as soon as you let up, that's when they get you. You start slipping up, that's when they get you. And we're working on that mindset. We are really working on it, man. I'm trying my best here. And yeah, I'm trying my best, but it's a combination of being goal oriented and being trauma oriented, if that's even a thing. There's like a, not a, I wouldn't say, I was going to say healthy mesh of it, but it's not healthy. There's like a even mesh between those things of like me having these goals. Like I mentioned, I'm trying to be a public speaker. I'm trying to talk to people and really do that as the main thing, be an entrepreneur and build my brand and my business up, and not just aid in other people's visions and their dreams, but mine as well. Um, that's a goal. That's a great goal of mine. And I'm like, okay, well, when is that finna happen? When is it finna happen? When I'm supposed to do that? Like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing. Da, 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 da. Like, should I be doing this or should I be doing that? Da, 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 and da, da, da. Like, I just get frantic. And then you get the apartment, and that was a goal I had, and I achieved the goal. And I'm like, well, man, you need to make sure you can afford this home. Okay? Because if you can't afford it, you finna be living back on somebody's stuff. You want to go live back? Like, that's my brain do. You want to go live back in Portland? You want to go live back with somebody? No, you don't want to do that. Like, damn. We've got to figure that out. We've got to figure that out, because that's what I'm saying. It's an even mesh. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know. So in saying all that, I think just the theme is that I have felt that my life has always meant to be bigger, better, greater than what I've ever imagined, what I've ever thought. Um, and even before I had my own relationship with God. Like, when I was a child, like I said, when I was a child, there was always this feeling. Now I know it was from God, and like, nah, this ain't for you. Nah, this ain't it. That's basically what's in my ear. Like, nah, this ain't for you. You just gotta keep working. You just gotta, you gonna get out. You gonna get out the mud. Okay. Before I knew that was God helping me push through. Now I do know, and now it's like when I get into, I guess, a certain routine and a certain role, and I'm like, this cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is cool, but it's not what I truly want to do for the rest of my life. It's cool for a season, but big dog, you got something for me. But when is it finna happen? And that's what I think I'm trying to say. I'm in a season where I'm starting to feel it again. Like, God you got something. You got something for me. That's bigger, that's greater, more abundant than what I could ever think or imagine. But it's like, I'm like is it a waiting period? A waiting period? Is it an eagerness period? It's just like, okay. Or is it just a reminder? Is it just a reminder that, remember, I got something for you? So, yeah. So now what? Is it just patience? Do I need more patience? Little sister, do I need more patience? Or is it also good to have these goals that I just really would like to achieve? Like, is there a happy medium? Am I in that happy medium? Do I need to balance it out a little bit more? Do I just need to vibe out a little bit more? Because I'm not feeling real vibey right now. Not feeling real vibey. And then along with the patience, I do feel like I just got to keep praying about it and be patient. Because at the end of the day gonna end, and the Lord is gonna do exceedingly and abundant things. You know what I'm saying? That's true. It is true, and you're gonna tell her it's true. He's gonna do that. And even now, if I'm honest, there's like it's not that big of a deal, but maybe I just take things like really big, make them bigger deals. But it's like, okay, another like job opportunity, and I'm like, Lord, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I ain't never done this before. Like, should I take this job? Is it Is it something for me to, aid into the storyline that you need me to do, or is it going outside of what you want me to do? Like, I need help. I need help to decide, like, okay, fuck it, we ball. Like, go ahead, do the job, or don't do it. Or like, no, you don't need to be doing that. And it's like a lot of questions first, a lot of weighing out the pros and the cons. Second, and lots of questions and getting my info from like people I trust, people I actually don't know, but who I guess know more than me as well. And I'm like, because God, I don't want to do nothing I don't need to be doing. If you don't need me to be doing that, then I won't be doing it. But if you feel like, okay, go ahead, look it, step outside, you know what I'm saying, do that, then I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So just a lot of thoughts in the so now what section. Just a lot of thoughts. So I have a question. Are you a nomadic type of gal or guy? Or do you like to stay put? Now, I do like to stay put in my everyday life, but I don't know. I described it like me being a runner at some point, but I don't feel like I'm a runner per se. I just think I'm a level upper. And I like to go where God flow. Ugh. Do you ever feel settled or no? Because like I discussed, like I can feel settled for a period of time and then immediately my brain's like, not too much now, not too much. And can you ever feel fully, like truly settled in this life with God? And then do you think God has bigger, better, greater for your life than what you have or what you had? And if so, let me know. If not, tell me why. This has been another episode of the Kyrie Karashi Show. So glad that all y'all decided to come back for more. Get at your girl. Peace.